9 fatal mistakes smart men avoid with women. Old Stoic wisdom. Have you ever wondered why so many men seem to struggle with relationships? What if I told you that the way most men approach dating today is fundamentally flawed? Imagine if, with just a few simple adjustments, you could avoid years of emotional turmoil and instead experience genuine power and respect in your relationships. In this video, I'll be sharing 9 timeless principles from Stoic philosophy that every wise man should live by when interacting with women. These aren't empty platitudes or sugar-coated advice. These are truths that will challenge you to look deeper into your relationships and your own behavior. And when you master them, you'll reshape not only how women perceive you, but also how you view yourself. In today's world, navigating dating and relationships is more complex than ever. Social media, dating apps, and unrealistic expectations have warped the true essence of love. But here's the truth. As a man, you must learn how to protect your time, energy, and mental well, being in an environment that doesn't prioritize any of those things. Stoicism has long offered valuable lessons on how to maintain your integrity and inner peace in relationships. The principles I'm about to reveal have stood the test of time. They're not just for men looking to improve their interactions with women. They're for men who want to take control of their lives, reclaim their dignity, and live authentically. If you're tired of the chaos of toxic relationships, the endless cycle of drama, and feeling like you're constantly being drained, then this message is for you. Let's dive in and explore how these principles can change the way you experience relationships forever. 1. Guard your past. A Stoic approach to building strong relationships. Don't rush to reveal your entire past. In a world obsessed with oversharing, it may seem tempting to be open about your history, but doing so too soon is a fatal mistake. When you meet a woman, especially if you're serious about something long-term, you must guard your past like a treasure. It's yours to learn from, yours to protect. The truth is, not everything needs to be shared, especially in the early stages of getting to know someone. Why? Because your past isn't just history. It's a part of you that holds great power that can be used against you. Imagine mentioning a painful breakup during a casual conversation, thinking it's harmless, only to have that very detail used as ammunition in a heated argument down the road. You've just given someone a tool they can use to hurt you. The same applies to personal failures, family issues, or financial struggles, things that are yours to handle, not open to scrutiny. While honesty is a virtue, full transparency is a dangerous game, one that can cost you more than you're willing to pay. Stoicism teaches us wisdom, urging us to keep certain parts of our past private, not out of fear or shame, but out of understanding. You don't owe anyone the full story of your life, especially not when you're still building rapport and trust. Guard what's yours, and share only what's necessary to move the relationship forward. That's not to say you should be secretive, but there's a fine line between being open and overexposing yourself. The key is balance. Share enough to build connection, but keep the deeper, more personal aspects of your past tucked away until a solid foundation of trust is built. Your past is your narrative, your journey, not a weapon to be wielded by others. So, when you're sitting across from a woman on a first date, avoid the temptation to recount every painful breakup, every financial misstep, or every toxic relationship you've endured. Instead, focus on who you are now. What drives you? What are your passions? What are you seeking in the future? Women respect a man who respects himself enough to keep certain parts of his life private, to create a sense of mystery and to hold his past with the dignity it deserves. The man who guards his past wisely shows emotional strength and maturity, which are qualities that are more attractive than any sob story or confession. And as time goes on, as the trust between you both deepens, you'll find that sharing your past will come naturally, but only when the time is right. Until then, guard your story like a man who knows its worth. Keep it for yourself and share it when you choose, not when someone expects it. Be wise, be selective, guard your past. 2. Face the fear of being alone. Let's be honest, many men today are terrified of being alone. It's like we've been conditioned to believe that solitude is a sign of failure or weakness. The fear of being alone is why so many of us end up in bad relationships. We settle believing that being with someone, anyone, is better than being by ourselves. But here's a brutal truth. If you can't handle being alone, you'll never have the strength to choose the right partner. This fear is deeply ingrained in us. Society, with its constant chatter, pressures men into relationships. If you're single, they give you the look, the "what's wrong with you" vibe. But here's the deal. It's far better to be single and at peace than stuck in a relationship that drains your energy, confidence, and self-respect. Take a moment and look around you. How many men do you know who are staying in toxic relationships just because they're afraid of being alone? They endure constant drama, manipulation, and disrespect because they think having someone, even the wrong someone, is better than having no one. That's not how a smart man operates. A wise man understands that there's strength in solitude. You must learn to spend time with yourself. Start simple. Go to dinner alone. Travel solo. Take time to read books that help you grow. Dive into practical stoicism. Read the ancient texts or modern interpretations. You'll start to see life differently. The more you engage with yourself, the more comfortable you become in your own company. When you are truly comfortable alone, you stop settling for less. You won't need another person just to feel validated. You'll have an internal strength that can't be shaken by loneliness. When you learn to be alone, something incredible happens. You no longer rely on anyone to feel complete. Instead, you come from a place of strength, clarity, and self-worth. The Stoic rules remind us that our inner peace doesn't come from others, but from within. Be your own best company. Now let's put it to the test. Ask yourself, if this relationship ended tomorrow, would I be okay? If the answer is no, you are probably relying too much on the relationship for your happiness. Stop. That's the first sign that you need to step back, recalibrate, and rebuild from the ground up. Here's the thing. When you stop fearing solitude, you open the door to a healthier, more fulfilling relationship when the right woman comes along. You'll be in a position to choose her, not out of desperation, but out of genuine connection. Relationships built from desperation or fear never last. Choose peace first, then choose wisely. Embrace solitude. Learn to love your own company. When you do, you'll not only become a stronger man, but you'll also attract the right kind of woman, one who respects you for who you truly are. This is the essence of practical stoicism, strength through self-reliance. Be comfortable alone so you can truly enjoy being with someone, not because you need them, but because you want them. If you found value in this video, take a moment to like, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Comment to remember, I am at peace with myself and choose strength over fear. 3. Manage your time wisely. Don't waste it on the wrong people. Time is your most valuable asset. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose a job and find a new one. But once time is gone, it's gone forever. This is why you must be ruthless with how you spend it. Too many men waste their time chasing after women who don't respect them or their time. The endless texting with no real intention, hanging around women who aren't serious, or staying stuck in relationships that lead nowhere. All of this is a fool's game. Don't be that man. Don't waste hours, days, or weeks hoping for something that will never materialize. If she's not making time for you, you must not make time for her. As Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You have the power to choose where you direct your energy. Choose wisely. Don't let her waste your time. You rearrange your life, your plans, your goals for her, and for what? For a half-hearted relationship where you're not truly valued? How many opportunities have you missed because you were chasing someone who wasn't even fully engaged? You've sacrificed your own ambitions, your growth, your peace of mind for someone who doesn't even see you. That's not a path to victory. That's a path to mediocrity. Remember, in the words of Seneca, Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. If she is not respecting your time, she is not respecting you. Period. Take a stand. Be decisive. Your time is your life. Don't tolerate people who take it from you. Cut the dead weight. If she's constantly cancelling plans, dragging things out, or leaving you in limbo with mixed signals, let her go. Move on. There is no room for indecision or hesitation. The world is full of women who will bring value to your life. Invest your time in those who lift you up, not those who drain you. If she's not bringing something positive, something meaningful into your life, then you must move forward. Stoicism teaches us that only a few things are within our control, and time is one of them. Be relentless in protecting your time. Set clear boundaries. Do not be afraid to tell people, especially women, how valuable your time is. Don't waste it on meaningless interactions, distractions, or relationships that hold you back. You deserve better. You deserve a life where you are in control, where you direct your time and energy towards things that help you grow. Every hour spent on the wrong person is an hour you can never get back. So, treat your time like the currency it is and spend it wisely. It's your greatest asset. Don't squander it. This is how Stoicism wins. By taking charge of your time, you take charge of your life. You make conscious, powerful decisions that put you on the path to victory. Take control. Don't let anyone steal your time. Focus on what truly matters. You must understand that time is not to be wasted. It is to be invested, wisely and with purpose. The clock is ticking. It's up to you to decide how you spend it. 4. Celebrate your achievements. In an age of constant comparison, it's easy for men to fall into the trap of seeking external validation. You achieve something significant, whether it's a promotion at work, hitting a new personal record at the gym, or reaching a long-term personal goal. The first instinct? To look to your partner for approval. But here's the harsh truth. If you're constantly seeking someone else's affirmation to feel good about your accomplishments, you're giving away your control over your happiness. You're handing the keys to your self-worth to someone else, and that is a dangerous game to play. Women are wonderful, but they are not your personal cheerleaders. They shouldn't hold the power to dictate how you feel about your success. If you're waiting for their applause before you feel good about your hard work, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Life is not a popularity contest. It's about growth, strength, and finding satisfaction within. Stoicism teaches us one valuable lesson. Validate yourself. Your accomplishments are your own, and they should make you proud regardless of who notices or acknowledges them. Think about this. How many times have you achieved something important and immediately turned to her for validation? The promotion, the fitness milestone, the completion of a big project? Each of these moments is a testament to your hard work. But when you seek someone else's recognition to feel good about it, you're essentially letting them control your emotional state. You're putting the power of your joy in someone else's hands. And that's never a good place to be. In fact, this behavior creates a dangerous pattern. The more you look for validation externally, the more you tie your self-worth to someone else's opinion. The more you depend on their praise, the less you depend on your own sense of accomplishment. Instead, you must stop waiting for the nod of approval and start taking control of your own feelings of success. Celebrate yourself. Acknowledge your achievements. Whether it's a big win or a small victory, you deserve to celebrate it in your own way. Don't wait for someone else to do it for you. Buy yourself something nice. Go out and have a dinner you enjoy. Take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. Recognize the effort and sacrifice you've put in. It's your victory, your success. Don't let anyone else define that for you. Now, let's be real here. If you're with a woman who doesn't celebrate your wins, she's probably not the right woman for you. If she's downplaying your success, dismissing it, or worse yet, ignoring it altogether, that's a serious red flag. A partner should be someone who uplifts you, who recognizes your efforts, and who celebrates your victories with you. She should be the one in your corner, cheering you on when you succeed, not one who minimizes your progress or ignores your hard work. If you don't have that kind of support from her, you have to ask yourself, if this is the relationship you want to invest in. But here's the critical point. Your self-worth cannot and should not be dependent on her reaction. Whether she celebrates your success or not, you should be able to celebrate yourself. You must internalize that your value doesn't come from someone else's acknowledgement, it comes from within. This is about being self-reliant in your self-worth. When you stop depending on others for your happiness, you become more grounded in your own sense of value. And that's where true happiness lies. Remember this, self-validation is not arrogance. It's not about being boastful or narcissistic. It's about recognizing your own achievements and understanding the hard work, dedication, and sacrifice that went into achieving them. It's about giving yourself credit where credit is due. When you stop needing someone else's approval to feel good about yourself, you'll find a freedom that's unmatched. You'll feel a greater sense of accomplishment, not because someone else recognizes it, but because you know deep down that you've earned it. So celebrate yourself. Every win, every milestone, every success, no matter how big or small, deserves recognition. Take pride in what you've done and how far you've come. If your partner isn't there to celebrate with you, that's their issue, not yours. The key here is to know your worth and stand firm in it. In conclusion, remember that seeking constant validation from others, especially women, weakens your inner strength. Celebrate your achievements on your own terms. Don't let anyone, not even your partner, determine how proud you should feel about your own accomplishments. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism. Validate yourself. Be proud of your growth and success without needing someone else's permission to feel good about it. When you do this, you become more confident, more fulfilled, and more resilient in every aspect of life. Celebrate who you are and what you've achieved, because that's the only recognition you truly need. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. 5. Safeguard your mental health. In today's whirlwind world of hustle and high-pressure demands, one thing is more important than anything else: your mental health. Yet, so many men overlook this fundamental truth. They sacrifice their peace, surrendering their mental well, being just to keep the relationship afloat. Whether it's clinging to toxic situations, enduring endless drama, or allowing another person to manipulate your emotions, far too many men bend over backward to keep someone happy, while their own mental health spirals down. This stops today. Listen up. Your mental health is non-negotiable. The moment it starts to crumble, everything else in your life follows suit. Your career, your friendships, your personal goals, they all become harder to achieve when you're mentally drained. No relationship is worth losing your peace of mind over. It's a simple truth rooted in practical stoicism. Your inner tranquility is sacred. And just like the Stoic philosophers who safeguarded their peace against the chaos of the world, you too must draw a line. If a woman, anyone, really brings constant chaos, negativity, or drama into your life, you must walk away. It doesn't matter how much you care about her or how strong your attachment is. You are not here to fix anyone's emotional turmoil, and you're certainly not here to sacrifice your own well-being for the sake of keeping someone else happy. Set clear boundaries around your mental health. If someone is stressing you out, draining you, or constantly bringing bad vibes into your life, don't hesitate to speak up. Communicate your concerns. If her behavior doesn't change, leave. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a rule. And it's one of the Stoic rules that can keep you grounded. Your mental peace must be untouchable. Remember, a toxic relationship is a silent destroyer. It works like slow poison, eroding your confidence, your sense of self, worth, and even your ability to function in other areas of life. Don't wait for it to poison you. Don't let it rob you of the calm and clarity that Stoic philosophy teaches us to cherish. Take control of your mental well-being. It's your responsibility, nobody else's. Actively manage stress, cultivate mindfulness. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not drag you down. Your mental health should be at the top of your list, and you must never let anyone take that from you. Be vigilant. Be assertive. Don't give up your peace to accommodate someone else's chaos. You deserve better. Your mental health is the bedrock of everything else. You must protect it at all costs. In the end, peace is power, and the Stoic man knows this better than anyone. 6. Be true to yourself. One of the deadliest mistakes any man can make in a relationship is losing himself. It starts innocently enough. You meet a woman, and before you know it, you're bending and reshaping yourself just to make her happy. You stop doing the things you once enjoyed, change the way you dress, suppress your opinions to avoid conflict. In the pursuit of keeping her satisfied, you start erasing who you are. This is a recipe for long-term frustration and unhappiness. As Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, taught, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. When you bend yourself out of shape to please others, you're handing over your freedom and your sense of self, which is a fundamental betrayal of who you truly are. Women are instinctively attracted to men who remain grounded in their identity, who refuse to let their values and passions be dictated by external pressures. It doesn't matter what society or anyone else says. Your worth and your character should not fluctuate to appease another person. Women respect men who stay true to themselves, and that means never compromising the things that matter most to you. Stoicism teaches us to be authentic in the face of external forces, and this is as relevant today as ever. Think about the countless times you've seen men change entirely for a woman. They begin agreeing with things they never would have, giving up the activities they once loved, or pretending to be something they're not. And while they may feel like they're keeping the peace in the moment, they're losing respect from the very people they want to impress. This is the truth. Women don't respect men who are afraid to stand up for themselves. Picture this. You love sports or video games or any other hobby, but your partner can't stand it. She thinks it's a waste of time and demands that you stop. What do? You comply. You stop doing what you love just to keep her happy. You've already lost. Don't ever forget this. You don't need to love everything she loves. You don't have to agree with everything she says. A strong man knows when to say no. A man who knows his worth doesn't bend for anyone, especially not for someone who doesn't respect his individuality. Stop compromising your identity. Stand firm in who you are. Be true to yourself. It may not always be easy, but it's essential. Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Similarly, true respect and confidence come not from changing yourself to meet another's expectations, but from owning who you are and never compromising that for anyone. Be the man who is unapologetically yourself, and you will win, not just in your relationships, but in life. Stoicism is your guide to doing just that, staying true to your values, your passions, and your identity. When you remain authentic, you will command respect, admiration, and a lasting connection. So, remember this. Don't let anyone, not even the woman you're dating, change who you are. Be your own man, and others will respect you all the more for it. If you find this valuable, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember, a real man never compromises his true self for anyone. 7. Don't sacrifice your path for others. Gentlemen, this one is a biggie, and I know it hits home for a lot of you. It's easy to fall into the trap. You meet a woman who seems perfect. She's amazing, charming, captivating. Before you even realize it, you're bending over backwards to fit into her world. You start missing your morning workouts, you make fewer bold decisions at work, and, worst of all, you pass up opportunities that could change your life simply because they don't line up with her plans. Now, don't get me wrong. Relationships are about give and take, but you must understand this. Your path is sacred. It's one of the most important principles of practical Stoicism. Your purpose in life is non-negotiable. The dreams, goals, and ambitions that are uniquely yours, those should never be up for compromise. Here's where the danger lies. When you start sacrificing your future to make someone else happy, you're betraying yourself. You're giving up the life you could have had, the success you could have achieved, the person you were meant to become. And no woman is worth that. No matter how beautiful, smart, or charming she is, she's not worth the destruction of your dreams. Let me hit you with a simple metaphor. Imagine you've always dreamed of starting your own business. You've got a killer idea, you're ready to take the plunge, but you're dating a woman who doesn't support that. She likes the stability of your current job. She values security over risk. So what do? You put your dreams on hold. You tell yourself, I'll wait, I'll play it safe for now. And over time, that safe choice becomes a prison. You fall into mediocrity. The ambition fades, and what could have been a successful venture becomes a distant memory. Fast forward 5, 10, maybe even 20 years. You look back and realize you never took the leap. You never built the business. You never chased your dream because you were too busy making sure she was comfortable. That's not just a loss for you. It's a loss for the world too, because you didn't live up to your full potential. You missed the chance to make an impact, to be the best version of yourself. The Stoic rules clearly emphasize that you must live in alignment with your purpose. You must stay on your path no matter what. If a woman truly values you, she will support your ambitions, not suppress them. She will be the wind beneath your wings, not the anchor holding you down. This is where it gets tricky. Sometimes, a man may be tempted to look for approval, to seek validation from his partner. But you don't need approval. What you need is to honor your purpose. You need to live authentically, not for someone else's satisfaction. I get it. Relationships require compromise. You'll need to make sacrifices, but those sacrifices should never come at the cost of your soul's true calling. Never compromise your future just to keep someone in your present. If you're giving up on your goals just to make a relationship work, you're setting yourself up for regret. Remember, the right partner will see the bigger picture. They'll understand that your growth is a priority. They'll encourage you to chase your dreams, not hold you back. Think of it this way. When you sacrifice your dreams for someone else, you are only giving them the power to control your destiny. But you, my friend, are the captain of your own ship. Be the man who never compromises on what matters most, your future. And that's where Stoicism comes into play. Practical Stoicism teaches that you are responsible for your actions and decisions. If you choose to follow the path of least resistance just to please someone else, you're choosing a life of mediocrity and regret. Choose greatness instead. Your dreams deserve to be pursued. Be relentless. A wise man once said, "Don't let the opinions of others drown out your inner voice." That inner voice, the one telling you to take risks, to follow your dreams, to stay true to your path, is not just a whisper. It's a call to action. Don't ignore it. In the end, no one will walk your path but you. Make sure it's a path worth walking. If your relationship doesn't support that path, it's time to reevaluate. Stay true to yourself. Honor your purpose. That's the heart of Stoicism, living with discipline and resolve, no matter the distractions. So, gentlemen, don't sacrifice your path for anyone. Keep your eyes on the prize and let no one steer you off course. Your future is waiting for you, and it deserves to be extraordinary. 8. Prioritize relationships with friends and family. Listen up, gentlemen. Here's a mistake I see way too often. The moment a guy gets involved in a relationship, he abandons his support system. He meets a girl, becomes smitten, and suddenly his friends and family, those people who were there for him long before she ever showed up, get pushed to the back burner. But let me tell you, this is not just a bad move. It's a disaster waiting to happen. You must understand something crucial. A relationship, no matter how great, cannot be your only source of emotional support. If you neglect your friends and family, you're setting yourself up for isolation. And when things go south in your relationship, because let's face it, they often do, you'll be left standing with no one to turn to. That's a sinking ship, my friend. Let's break it down through the lens of practical Stoicism. Friends and family are your foundation, your rock. They've known you through your highs and lows. They've seen you at your best and your worst, and they'll be there when the storm hits. They call you out when you mess up. and they lift you up when you're down. You can't just toss them aside for the fleeting warmth of romance. You think a woman's going to be there when everything falls apart? Not always. But your boys, your parents, they've got your back no matter what. Now, don't get me wrong. Relationships are important, and being in love is one of life's great joys. But balance is key. If you stop spending time with your friends, cancel family dinners, and throw away the very people who were there before the woman walked into your life, you're digging your own grave. Trust me, I've seen it too many times. A guy gets into a relationship, ditches his old crew, and when the relationship ends, boom, he's alone, isolated and lost. All that time and energy spent on someone who's no longer in the picture. Don't be that guy. Keep your social life thriving. You must make time for your friends and family even when you're swept up in a relationship. Go out with the boys. Call your mum. Heck, even take your dad out for a beer. Don't let your world shrink down to just her. That's not attractive, and it's certainly not healthy. In fact, a strong, confident woman will respect a man who has a life outside the relationship. She'll admire the fact that you've got depth, independence, and a world full of connections. She knows that your happiness doesn't solely depend on her. And here's a little nugget of wisdom that I'm sure the great Stoics would agree with. Self-sufficiency is key. As you follow the Stoic rules, remember that a man who has his life in balance, who nurtures his relationships with those who truly matter, is a man who has his head on straight. He's grounded, centered, and knows the importance of being both independent and interdependent. Women are naturally drawn to men who have their own world, their own goals, and their own people. So make sure you're not neglecting those relationships that truly matter. Life's a balancing act, and practical Stoicism teaches us that grounding ourselves in strong, lasting bonds is what keeps us standing tall, no matter the storms we face in life or love. If you're tired of seeing your world shrink every time you meet someone new, you're not alone. Too many guys make the mistake of losing themselves in a relationship. Don't let that be you. Prioritize the people who've always had your back, friends and family. Remember, a strong support system is the foundation of your success. Stay connected, stay grounded, and watch your relationships thrive. If you're ready to take action and keep your balance, comment below with, "I will not lose myself for anyone." Let's get the conversation started. 9. Avoid obsessive devotion. This is a cardinal rule you must live by, and it's the most important lesson you'll learn in your interactions with women. Never, ever become obsessed with any one woman, no matter how beautiful, intelligent, or kind she may seem. Obsession strips you of your power, and that's the quickest way to lose respect and attraction. When you place a woman on a pedestal, you abandon your own sense of self-worth. This is not sustainable, and it is far from attractive. Obsession breeds insecurity, jealousy, and emotional instability. You will start second, guessing yourself. You'll feel like your entire happiness hinges on her approval, and that's dependence, not love. This desperate neediness will push her away. Women want men who stand strong in their own identity, who have their own purpose, their own goals. She doesn't want a man who revolves around her every whim. She wants a man who is driven, who's in control, who values his own life and ambitions. Imagine this. You meet a woman, and within weeks, she's all you can think about. You start blowing off friends to spend more time with her. You start obsessively checking your phone for her messages, hanging on every word, stressing over every delayed response. This is obsession, and it's a surefire way to lose her respect. As Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, would say, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Your happiness, your success, should not depend on her. You must be the master of your emotions, the center of your universe. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm, composed, and in control, no matter the circumstances. Keep your emotions in check. Focus on your purpose. When you become obsessed, you lose sight of your path, and that's when you begin to lose yourself. She is one part of your life, not the center. Remember, the greatest wealth is to live content with little. As Epictetus said, take a step back when you feel the obsession creeping in. Refocus on your own goals. Your personal growth, happiness, and ambition are non-negotiable. You must never depend on someone else to feel whole. When you master this, you'll feel more confident and in control of your life. Not only will you respect yourself more, but she'll respect you more as well. Don't fall into the trap of becoming her servant. You're not here to worship her. You're here to walk beside her as equals. When you stand firm in your own purpose, that's when you'll truly win. Let go of the obsession and embrace self-mastery. Stoicism wins. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around till the end. Relationships can be challenging, but by following these 9 Stoic principles, you'll be able to protect your peace, keep yourself, respect intact, and build stronger, healthier connections with the right people. Remember this: at the end of the day, you are the prize. You have goals, dreams, and a life to live. Never sacrifice those for the sake of a relationship. Stay true to yourself. Guard your time, energy, and mental health, and never become so obsessed with someone else that you forget who you are. By embracing these Stoic values, you're not just transforming your relationships, you're transforming your life. If this video resonated with you, if it gave you that tough love you needed to hear, hit that subscribe button and join the community. I create these videos to help men like you navigate the complexities of modern relationships through the lens of Stoicism. And if you want more content like this, consider joining our channel membership. It's a small way to support the channel and help us keep these videos coming. Most guys aren't getting this kind of advice anywhere else, so let's spread the word. Share this video with others who need to hear it, leave a comment below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching.